Hey guys, now let's talk about snorkels. Are they really necessary? There's some talk out there that, yeah, snorkels on a diesel maybe, you can go underwater a little bit more. Are they necessary on a petrol? Now I wondered that too. Something that really made me think is a little test I did. And you know, I actually did a test for another purpose. But I lifted the bonnet on Charlie the Land Rover and I sprayed the hose on the distributor and the spark plugs just to give an example of what happens to a petrol when you get water on it. It dies. Well, it didn't. That's the thing. It actually didn't. For the test, I was trying to get it to stop and I had the hose on it, I ran on it, it didn't stop. So it appears that you can actually get quite a bit of water on a petrol before it actually kills the spark. So that leads me to the snorkel test. See, if the spark isn't going to be killed straight away, does that mean that maybe you get a bit of water in your airbox and your engine has some issues? What are those issues going to be? So I thought I'd do a bit of a test. So take a look. Let's test out what happens to an engine when you get water in it. Tucked away in a back shed at this complex, I have this little thing. This is a little Daewoo. Now it's absolutely had it. It's got an oil leak the size of the Exxon Valdez, in other words, massive. The struts are gone, the tyres are gone, it smokes. Look, basically this thing's absolutely had it. So before you all say, gee, can't we save that car for some poor unfortunate family? If I gave this car to a family, they would become an unfortunate family. So let's not go down that road. Now, this car here has a similar style engine to the old Land Rover. It's petrol, however it is EFI. But it's a very basic old EFI system. But the principles are the same, okay? We have a piston that comes up and down, we have valves that work in the top, and it is a spark ignition system, unlike a diesel, which is a compression ignition system. So the principles compared to my old Land Rover are the same. So what we want to do is see if we can set up something that acts like we are doing a no snorkel test. In other words, we're going to hydraulic the engine, what we kind of can do by putting it underwater, but we can't actually put this car underwater. A couple of reasons. I really don't want to throw it into a river close by where we are. With the amount of oil leaks it's got, it's a bit of an environmental issue. But aside from that, I don't think we'd get it in water to get the right test. So I'm going to set up something here with some plumbing and some pipes and just see if I can simulate what it would be like if your engine in your four-wheel drive took a mouthful of water. Okay, that's all I'm trying to do here is create a situation where water enters the engine at high speed. Let's see what we can do. So the result, I don't think it's going to be very good for this poor little Daewoo. I don't think we'll be giving it to anybody other than scrap metal. So let's take a look and see what we can do with water into an engine at high speed. Set up behind me. So here we have a bucket of water. It's got a little bit of blue toilet cleaner in it actually, just so it looks like it's not clear. That's why it's blue. Pipe, ball valve, turn the ball valve, water rushes down here through the clear part into the airbox. There's a little diverter in there that I've made up, so it diverts the water so it goes straight in here, it doesn't disappear out the airbox. And that's basically the setup. So we're going to give it a damn good go and see what happens. It might go bang, it might just go and stop. I don't really know, but we're going to try about 4,000 revs and see what actually happens. So let's give it a go. Okay, now there's some debate about this. A friend of mine named Gav's going to help out. He's going to be turning the knob. He reckons it's going to snuff the engine. I reckon it's going to blow the engine. Let's see who's right. Well, it was a bit unexpected. Well, it jumped in the car and of course the whole lot just sloshed all down the side. I stink of that bloody toilet cleaner now.
Want me to take the oil?
Yeah. Oh, it's going to happen in a minute. Alright, so I'll just yell out.
Yep.
We'll get it to the right revs. Just let it stop rattling, eh?
There's a fair bit of water.
Well, it's been done. It wasn't exactly a dramatic explosion, but it stopped bloody fast, I can tell you that. So, we need to take a bit of a look. Alright, so, at the moment, it's done. So, let's take a little bit of a look here. Well, as you can hear, that's pretty much what we got. So she sees solid, that's it. It's not going to turn over, nothing's happening. So whatever's happened in there is gone bang. So I think the next stage is basically start popping it apart. Well, here we go, we got the use of a hoist, so we're going to lift this thing up and take a look. Quick strip, it's not going to take long, take a look inside. Now I am working in a workshop that belongs to a friend of mine, it's in the same complex, it's not mine. So you may have seen some of the backdrop in some of the other videos I've done. I have to admit it's not my shed. It's a guy who's in his 70s, late 70s, and he's a bit of a hoarder. So you can take a look around the shed and you can see that he likes to collect a few things. So this is not my shed, but hey, I've got the use of the hoist for nothing, so make use of it on the weekends, all right? So let's lift it up and take a look underneath, see what we can see. Water's all gone to the bottom. Oh, look at that. Lovely. Well, that's where a fair proportion of our water went into the sump.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, bent the rod. Number 3.
Oh, far out, here's 2. And number 4. Oh, they're very sad looking. Have a look. The demo blade is
Did you buy it at Bunnings?
yes. Forget one?
Good. I feel okay.
They're alright. Man, got save yourself for birthday.
Yeah, yeah. Like a new pair of jeans wear them for 5 days straight.
Or we could do it that way.
Okay.
Well, there you go. Conrod looks a little bit... Oh, see? Well, here's one here that's not as bad.
Was lucky not to be on that firing
Oh, not
straight.
it's firing stroke, yeah. Well, bent Conrod, I'd say, is the main thing. Look at it sideways as well. It's crazy. It is just, they're just so... Well, there you go. Goodbye, Daewoo.
We didn't know you well.
Far out.
Yeah, I know. That's only bouncing because you've got rods disconnected.
Well, that one's still on.
I'm getting away.
Well, I think that's the end of the Daewoo. So what happens when you get water in your engine? It's not good. So basically it's bent, from what we can gather, it looks like it's bent 3 of the conrods. It's certainly bent 2, it appears that number 3 is bent as well. Not good. So, what happens when you get water in your engine? It stuffs it.
Hooray.